I'm Chris Rogers from Sacred Heart University, number 3. An honor. I mean, I think that it's just more motivation for me to keep moving forward and keep getting better as a player. Yeah, it's very humbling. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of young to the game, and it's just really an honor to even be mentioned in the same, even in the same bracket as those. And I can only hope to kind of achieve where they've gotten to, and I think that being put in the same category even kind of helps me, really gives me a goal to look forward to and to play for. Yeah, I mean, last year I was just really lucky to have a great team around me, and I had a great holder and snapper, and Jojo DeMille, who was my holder, and Justin Sexton, who was my snapper. And we really kind of put the effort into practice, and I think that we had a really good team effort going, and I was able to be put in opportunities where I could make it go through every time, and I was just happy to contribute. Well, I was able to go 100%, 11 for 11 last year, and 30 for 34 from extra points, and I think that going 100% of field goals was really a big help to my team, and I think that I plan on doing the same this year. One of the big highlights of my year last year was our homecoming win over Dartmouth, and I hit I think it was a 24-yard field goal. It was about a minute to go in the game, and that gave us the edge, 24-21. It was an exciting time. It was the first time I hit a game-winning field goal, and I think it was obviously a vital part of the game. And another time I hit one right before halftime at Columbia, and I think that gave us some momentum going to the half, and we were able to win that game as well. I'd like to think so. I've definitely gained a lot more respect from my coaches. I think that I've always had the respect of my teammates. I've been lucky to put in a situation where the team is very embraces the kicker, which a lot of times that doesn't happen. But I think that going 11 for 11 really put me in the position with the coaches that I gained a lot more respect, and I think these accolades have just put me on a pedestal, and I hope that I can, and I know that I will exceed their expectations. Yeah, it's definitely a different aspect of the game when you're kind of a fallback option. Oh, we didn't get what's settled. It's like you're the settling point, so you're settling for 3 points. But I think that it's still an important part of the game. I don't really like to look at it as a secondary option. I'd like to think that it's just an alternative, and I think that's really kind of the attitude that's kind of pushed me forward and maintained a positive attitude throughout. I grew up in Syracuse, New York, and I didn't really consider playing football until my junior year in high school. My older brother, kicked before me, and it seemed, to be quite honest with you, it just seemed like an easier alternative to playing soccer, which was a lot of running, and I wasn't about that. But I kind of, just tried it out to have fun, and ended up being good at it. So, with the support of my family, my brother, and my parents, I just kind of kept going with it, and was lucky enough to get recruited. It's all very new to me, and it's all very exciting. And I hope that I can continue to exceed and get these honors, and I hope that I become more of a name in the college football scene. And I think that if I continue to do what I'm doing, that's a real possibility. Yeah, it's always a dream, and right now for me, it feels very distant. I've still got 3 years of eligibility this season, and 2 more. But it's definitely there. It's definitely the end of the tunnel. It's something I'm going to strive for every season. And as it gets closer, I'm definitely going to work towards it. And one day, I think that I can be up there in the NFL with the best. Yeah, my freshman year, I remember it was my first training camp. I was maybe 150 pounds, real small, and we were kicking to do sprints at the end of practice. The second practice I've ever had in my life, my college career. And we were kicking to sprints from 40 yards. And the whole team was around me yelling, shouting in my face to try to intimidate me to miss the kick. And being just a young kid, I missed the kick. And my first reaction, without even thinking, was I missed the kick and then turn around and just start to sprint up the field. Just sprint away. Because I was that concerned for my life. One of my big interests is traveling. I've been all over the world, and this past summer I drove across the country and back. I just like to travel, and I've just been lucky enough to be and the opportunity to be able to do that. And I actually traveled across the country and back. I kicked in every city I was in, so it was really it helped me practice, and I got to see a lot of new places, and it's something I love to do. I think you just have to take it one moment at a time. I think that if you look too far ahead and think about 2 or 3 kicks ahead or 2 or 3 games ahead, you're going to get in your own head. And what I've been able to do is kind of just shut down everything else and kind of kick for myself, and in a way that I kind of just shut everything down, and I've been able to just to focus on one kick at a time and one moment at a time, and I kind of got through it that way, and I was able to make all of them by just kind of relaxing and focusing one thing at a time. I've never really had one thing that's been challenging to me. I mean, we kicked in the snow one time last season against Robert Morris, and that was really just an enjoyable experience for me. I've never really had something that I thought will get in the way of my kicking or that'll make it harder to make it through the efforts, and so I've been lucky enough to have that kind of mentality towards it. I think we have a big game against Central Connecticut State, which is our big in-conference rival, and that's going to be on TV, and that's a really big game conference-wise because they're one of the better teams in our conference. As for out of conference, we've got a game against Colgate that's going to be pretty big, and obviously our season opener against Morgan State down in Maryland is going to be a big game just to set the tone for the entire season. I'm Chris Rogers from Sacred Heart University, and I'm on the 2012 College Performance Awards watch list. I'd just like to thank anyone who's turned into the interview and anyone who's supported me along the way, and most of all my teammates and my coaches for putting me in the position to be able to do what I've done so far.